So, editing Keisha here. I wish I knew how to say this better. My words are just all jumbled, but there's no way I can post the series without addressing this in some manner, because I can't be pushing happiness for pride and loving yourself and acceptance and not include what's going on, because right now there's a group of people, heck, many groups of people who are not being accepted. And if you know where I'm going, if you haven't been under a rock for the last week or longer, you probably know I'm talking about the Black Lives Matter movement, what happened to George Floyd, and everything else. And I can't preach to you about this stuff, but it is something dear to my heart, as a lot of the characters I am drawing in this series are owned by a Black woman I have known almost 11 years now, and it affects her family, it affects the Black students I work with, and it affects other friends of mine. And while it doesn't affect me directly, as you can probably tell looking at the camera, I'm a Caucasian woman, it doesn't affect me in the same way. I have privilege, they don't, even though I have my own issues being in the community. I can't just spout the love and not address this, because they deserve love too. They deserve to be listened to, and they deserve our support. And I can't say I support everything going on. I don't support the looting and the vandalism, but I do support the movement and the need for change. We need to listen to these people, and we need to look at our past and the present to try to create something better for the future, because we can't let hate win. And that's all I really have to say. I'm sorry this is so long, but there's no way I could have shared this video and others without addressing this, because pride is love. It is fighting for something better, and that's what they're doing, and they have my support. I want something better for my friends' kids, for the kids I work with, and I think we can do it. It won't be easy, but it's worthwhile, I think. Hi guys, welcome to another video. This is one of I don't know how many in my Pride Month series of me drawing my own characters who are in the community as a way to celebrate Pride, since my pansexual ass can not go to Pride because there is no Pride to go to, because 2020 just hasn't been a good year. So, to celebrate it, we just get to see some of my lesser used characters. There are even men. I know, right? So, let's get on to the video. Hey guys, welcome to video 2 of the Pride Month series. I figured this one you might appreciate seeing a little bit more behind the scenes. Right now I'm currently drawing what's going to be Sylvia and her girlfriend slash wife with their puppo, their big doggo, Puff. And we got some more concepts that you can kind of see, but yeah, I'm not going to film the whole drawing bit, but I'll show you little clips of it if I remember. But I figured you'd like to get a little bit of a peek, especially at the big doggo. The big doggo. I'm not very good at drawing them, but I think I did pretty good. With the sound of cats munching on food in the background, probably, we have Wix officially drawn. We have Puff a little bit changed, and we've got the layout more or less figured out. And a progress update. We have a wedding arch. Next should be their dresses. And yeah, I was surprised how hard the wedding arch was. I was hoping to do a rounded one with more flowers, but that was apparently too much, too fast. So we got this, which is probably for the best. I also wanted to try like one that was made of branches, but again, that was too much, too fast. So yeah. So day 1 is done for now. I didn't get much farther, but I am tired. I did Sylvia's hair and started on the top of the dress. It's gonna take a lot to try to look like pretty similar to that, all layered and ruffly, so we'll see. The real piece of work will probably be Wix's. It's supposed to have lace, so I'll see how that turns out, and I don't know if I'm gonna line this or not. But yeah, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. And it's getting pretty close to being done. I am struggling with her because this is the idea board I'm working off of for her, and look at that frickin' tiara and look at that necklace. Look at the size of that drawing. Oh my goodness. Help me. So, an update. I'm pretty much done. I may try to add lace onto her dress. But, yeah. I also wish her dress was a bit more like the one in the sketch. But I think I did a pretty good job. So yeah. And here's a little behind the scenes. The swatching paper of chaos. So I more or less know how I'm gonna color that and not ruin it, hopefully. What? Oh my goodness. You see that little brat? Yeah. And here's one final view before I potentially mess it up. Let's just savor the cute gay witch and her bisexual wifey. Yes. So, sorry in advance if the audio during this part is a little weird. I was hoping to get this video up sooner, but I kind of got sick in the middle of it with goodness know what at this point. So that messes with my plans of trying to do around 2 videos a week this month, which is a bit disappointing, but I should be able to get at least 1 or 2 more out this month. Anyway, in other news, can we take a moment to appreciate the lighting for a second? There's no cheesy, Cheeto-y, questionable goodness here. Just a little gay witch with her bi-wifey. Oh, and their giant puppo. We can't forget their giant puppo, as he is a good boy, the goodest and floofiest boys, who happily prances around on 3 legs, fetching sticks, balls, and probably the occasional thing from the cook staff at Mama Wix's house, or her mansion. I can't remember which. All I know is she ain't no broke beach, though she dates a broke witch. Oh gosh, sorry Sylvia, that's a horrible joke. So sorry, sweet baby. Jokes aside, unlike the last video, I can actually kind of talk about these two a bit more in depth. My character is Sylvia, the girl in the big poofy dress. She's very much a gay little love witch whose family talent involves being able to see other people's soul bonds. Oh, I'm talking too fast. Whew. To help them find their soul families, especially soul mates. This was an ability little Miss Sylvia's mom wanted to use for not so good intentions. I won't go into too much detail, but when they were young, Sylvia's sister's magic was taken, put into a stone of some kind, and then replaced Sylvia's left eye, which was then sealed in with 6 runes that aren't in this picture, mainly due to the size of the drawing, specifically their faces. Anyway, her mom hoped this could be used to see the bonds and then break them, but she never got that far. Sylvia ran off at a pretty young age after her sister was abandoned in the woods, and she found my character Honey's abandoned cottage, where she lived for many years until she met Wix. I'd like to note that her mother did not get away with this. Some of their extended family came in and took care of her for dark magic, and took the one kid they could find, her younger brother, to be raised by them in another place. They didn't know about Sylvia. If they did, they figured she just wasn't around anymore, and that was sad, but, you know, if you can't find them, what can you do? But, yeah, she's gone, and now back to Sylvia. She lived at that cottage by herself for a long time, and kept that fact hidden for most of it. She kept to herself most of the time, due to bullying about her eye and general appearance, especially in regards to her clothing, which was ill-fitting, fading, and just well-worn in general. So she was not very well regarded at her school, but did manage to befriend a boy named Kai, and later his girlfriend when she started school there. And once she cooled her jets about her being friends with her boyfriend. It's funny, but it's not, because that kind of jealousy is just, ugh. But it's like, girl, she has absolute zero interest in your man. She's a flaming, and I mean flaming, little lesbian. There'd be a higher chance of her liking you than him in that way. But even then, it's like, no, she's too respectful for that nonsense. Anyway, let's move on to introducing Wix. I can't go too in depth about her since she's not my character, but I can't ignore her. She came into the picture as a rich, kind of snobby exchange student to Sylvia's school, and the two met pretty early on in this. I think it may have either been her first day or during her tour of the school. And their first impressions of each other, I don't think it was very good, if I remember right. But that didn't last long, as they befriended each other later that day when Sylvia defended Wix from her jerk of a mother. And the rest was pretty much history, as they became best friends who were pretty much inseparable. And then eventually girlfriends who lived in Wix's big arse mansion with her dad and wonderful staff. Then eventually her half-brother and his dad moved into to make a big ol' happy ragtag family. Oh, and we can't forget Puff. Wix took Sylvia out to find herself a familiar, and of course she had to pick the biggest of floof balls because he was like her. Well, kind of. He's missing a leg, whereas she's missing an eye. But she fell in love with him the moment she saw him. He's based on a Russian bear dog, however, he's probably mixed, and I doubt I actually captured that breed. But considering I don't draw dogs often, I think I did pretty well capturing at least the fact that he's a big floof baby. Anyway, I think I've rambled enough about my character and her girlfriend and their big ragtag family. So let's go on to looking at the finished piece. And they're done! Let's get a close-up. I think I did a pretty decent job, even if there were a few mishaps that happened. But overall, I'm really happy about it. The only thing I'm really kind of disappointed about is, as you saw, I put a little bit of white paint on, and it is a different color than the white there, and I used a little bit of lace to try to give her a little bit of lace, but it didn't work. You live, you learn, you make oopsies. But overall, I am really happy about it. I think they're very cute. And yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.